Hey there, fellow explorers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 18, Exploring the Abyss. I'm at 19 speed? Maybe I need 2 ox tugs. That's a bit on the pricey side, though. Fuel-wise. So the thing about ox tugs is they have a dry field stabilizer, so they make your burn drive better. But they're expensive to run, even given like efficiency overhauls. Is the ox tug the slowest though? No, okay. So we'll set up efficiency overhauls for him to make them a little bit cheaper to run around with, but it doesn't do much. But I think that's only in sector. The because I have the hyperdrive topography, burn drive +3 in hyperspace, my speed in hyperspace is very easily 20. Which is arguably more important. The advantage of Insector is it gives me maneuverability, moving around enemy fleets. So I do want to get my Insector to 20 as well, as that's pretty important when you're fighting blockade fleets, for instance. But that's not something the 2 tugs I don't necessarily need to use all the time. That's mostly just during the nastiest of fights. And no freelance admin. Oh, there was a prom there? Okay, I'll double back. I'm shopping for so many things at once that, like, my brain is liquid. I'm gonna pick up this research station. Or just Delta Gobi. I'll just have to remember Delta Gobi has a research station. Nope. Also, no industrial planning. What is with all these bad admins? Nobody needs a badman. Oh, there's a problem here. I'd ideally like a black market prom, but hey, I won't be too picky. So we have our second prom. And all I want is 1 more ox tug. And then we can actually start making more paragons and auroras too. Before I leave, this is the BFA tanker, efficiency fuel tank, auto fit, using a story point, and now we have 2 tankers. So the reason for 2 tankers is moving around a large fleet, obviously need more fuel capacity, and then also if I am going to get the warp drive, or the wormholes, it's very useful to have a ton of fuel heading into the Abyss. So for those that don't know, there's some stuff in the Abyss here related to connecting to... the reason... I'm doing a terrible job of explaining. So in the Abyss, there's an item that allows you to create wormholes from point to point. So if I want to colonize Beta Vigri, I can set up a wormhole at Tarshish, so I can go to Beta Vigri directly. Like a individual jump between them that's really low fuel cost, which makes jumping between 2 pretty separate areas much easier. And then also would allow me to deploy Gate 2, provided I brought Transplutonics. Yoink! Not my fight, but yes, my loot. Still no admins, though. Okay, raffle for the tug is Pierogi Dog. And raffle for the tanker is Private Barton. Oh. Did they have tack lasers here? Honestly, at this point, they have... I mean, not tack lasers. Okay, I'm just going to manufacture them. Weapons. Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I actually should assign weapons to my fleets, though. So I'm going to say autopulse lasers, grav beams, tack lasers, burst PD lasers in a typical patrol. But what I meant to do was make the lasers myself. Because I'll have them by the time I go back home. Well, still shopping around for the freelance admin. This is feeling dumb, because I just can't find one. BFA is the Breakfire Alliance. That's the name of our faction. Still no luck with the admin. This is becoming rather funny. Nabla. We are halfway done with orbital assembly. And there's only one more demod to be removed off the Auroras. You think Kanta has a free admin? I mean, the free admins change often. I hope you know. But I can check Kanta, if you remember there being one there. It's as good as lead as any. There is a... Actually, I'm going to go to Asconia, because there's tons of planets at Asconia, so it's a pretty high chance to find a admin just because Asconia is full of planets. I'll find one when I'm not looking. The thing is, I'm trying to colonize a planet right now, so I need one now. Unless I'm going to give up on the whole colonization thing. Strange activity has been recently reported. Exploration fleets are being mobilized. Okay. I guess we'll check Umbra and Nordia. Oh, you're trying to scan me. Good luck, I'm faster. Still faster, little man. I like how their picket fleets are like, come back! How is your Paragon so fast? It's like, how is your picket fleet so slow? Don't you have burn drive? Yeah, you literally have a burn drive buoy. You guys are pathetic. I'm gonna lose my mind. You're not terrible. You're hired. Well, Asconia was a bust. Time to the Conta Dan. And all the demods are fixed. Cool. Is there research that allows you to colonize more planets? No. Not that I know of. Not off the top of my head. Come on, Iris. Yes! Iris Titan, you are hired. Finally. Alright, at this point, I'm going to want some supplies. So, hopefully there's more supplies at Nova Maxios. And we'll head down to Beta Vigri and colonize it. Oh, good. Yeah, they had a lot more supplies. And you said that there was an admin here? There was not. Gunnery implants? Sure, I'll hire you. Okay, we have some raffles now. We have an admin and 2 officers to raffle off. I'm not guaranteeing that these officers are permanent additions to our fleet, but, you know, we'll see. Okay. Jungle World, here I come. Probably the nicest world that I've found so far. So, hazard rating is extraordinarily low. Accessibility is rather good. It has solar orbital arrays, which add food production for farming, and it has adequate farmland and common organics with no transplutonics. It's really nice. We also are going to need a name here, too. So, unnamed for now. Colonized. Hazard pay, obviously. And then initially, we're going to need... Oh, you know what? I didn't bring the materials to set up a comms relay. But right off the bat, we're going to go with stability. So, cheap stability. Ground defenses. And eventually we'll do an orbital station and Patrol HQ. And the governor here is going to be unnamed. You don't have a name yet. So that there's no stability penalties. Okay. I think I want to quickly set up comms here. I totally forgot to bring the materials for comms. So I'm going to go get some transplutonics and some metals from core. That way we won't need tons of stability. Probably just ground defenses is going to be enough. Oops, line the wrong way. And if I'm shopping for transplutonics, it might be a good idea. Set up comms relay and buy roughly 800 transplutonic metals. I think you know what I'm doing with it, but if you don't, then you're in for a surprise. And good luck on the raffle. There's a lot of stuff to be raffled off. An admin, a planet. I'll do the planet, then the admin, then the captains. I didn't have anything illegal. You're just a jerk. Pencil pushing jerk. Alright, the best place to buy this would be Kulan. I'll actually make the trip to make it cheaper out to Kulan. But I can buy the metals here. Oh, I just noticed the amount of time I have left. Well, I can set myself up. Well, yeah, maybe I could do it in time. I'll push it. We did just research orbital assembly. So that means, Nabla, you're going to become an orbital works. Yeah, I'll pay open market prices. In fact, I'll buy a few more. All right. Thank you, Kulan. Scan away. I bought a lot of legit metals. So now we're heading back, setting up a stability beacon, so that unnamed here, which is getting a name right now, Tarin. So that Tarin can have decent stability once I freeport. The admin for Tarin is going to be Udigal. My captains are going to be Wavernacular and Portapane. Congrats. I have a big fleet and I'm hopping around a lot, so this is like a big old fuel loss, but whatever. Other than time and money, is there anything else that you can help jumpstart the planet? Supplying things that they have shortages of is a big one. If you want to use story points, you can also use story points for like population investments, but I highly advise you not to do that because every time you invest story points into a world, it becomes more expensive. So it's like 2, then 4, then 8, so on and so forth. And making the improvements for pop growth by like improving your spaceport, for instance, is really expensive for what it does. Yeah. And the purpose of colonizing Tarin is so that we can move our research facility here. So I got that. I'm actually going to queue that up before the monoculture plots. And the reason is there's a pre-collapse facility here. So we will get databanks per month. We'll get an income of databanks setting up a research here. So what I want to do is after I set up the... Oh, I moved past the stipple one. After we set up the comms relay here, I want to take the data out of my last research facility and move it over here because the Dolio research facility is getting phased out. So comms are set. And let's go move the research. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to pick up some extra ships so they can go into the Abyss. A lot of big moves all at once. As far as colony threats go, we got like 2 months until they bear down on us. I'm not abundantly worried. For now, I'll just do the gamma cores in here too. Yeah. So I have a whole nother Paragon to outfit. Let's just make sure that I have everything I need for it. And this is going to be like a default Paragon that I can roll a bunch out of. Okay, so this is the BFA Paragon. I'm not done with it, obviously. So, because it is a magazine, we're going to do extended magazines, hardened shields, definitely gyros, auxiliary thrusters, stabilized and solar. I still have more points. Accelerated shields. Oh, perfect. That comes out. Perfect. So this is going to be the outfit for the BFA Paragon. Nice. I'm not going to use it just yet. Actually, you know what? I will. I'm going to bring it with me where I'm headed. So, let's raffle the Paragon out, too. So this is my fleet that I'm going to take into the Abyss. This is going to be expensive. But I knew that going into this. $2,100 people. Added some tack lasers to my ship so that I don't have unspent points. Did I need normal metals? I already used the normal metals for what I needed. I needed the normal metals to set up the comms beacon. Setting up a deployment is machinery, metals, and transphotonics. So I already have the transphotonics and metals that I need. So now I am going to head into the Abyss for Wormhole and Gate. With the very little time I have left. I would like to have a second, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm going to pay the story points for fast Paragons. That way I don't have to worry about slow ships. So, we are all set here. The pilots with combat endurance, oh, they all have combat endurance, are going to preferentially go into the Auroras. There we go. All hooked up. I think I'm also going to take... Wait, no, that was leave. I'm going to take my Omen and monitors with me. Okay. We are all set. There's no new captains. I can't be bothered with anyone else. So let's get abyssing. I don't think anything is going to mess with me with the fleet I have right now. I, like, kind of doubt... Oh, you should not be in Turtle Sandwich. I guess you'll be in the Mule? I feel bad. I should have made an extra ship for that captain. So he's not, like, sitting out. Do I still need the tug? I do, yeah. For insector speed. But I have 11,000 fuel, should be fine. I'm gonna go to Delta Vigri and ride the slipstream down to this blue giant, and then slipstream off the blue giant. Yeah, I could put him in a monitor. True. Or an omen. I'll put him in an omen. The mule's not likely to see combat, but the omens will. And then Tarin here can start freeporting with the stability that we've gained, which is awesome. Oh, I forgot to move the research, but whatever. Dolio just upgraded or increased to size 6. So it's perfect timing. I'll be able to break this research facility down and move research over to Tarin. I think this stream is collapsing. No, it's still here. Yeah, it's collapsing. And it's gone. Screw me then, huh? Before I make the trek down into the Abyss, I'm going to see if there's a gate here, because that will help out a lot if there is. And there is! Holy hell. Nice. Organ Sly, you are now a Paragon. Welcome to the fleet. I don't actually need to activate the gate because I'm not using it right now, but it's going to help with my return trip. Okay, we are headed to Limbo. And I want to get as far as I can with this. Yeah, that's pretty much on target. Whee! Into the dark. Into the Abyss. Moving at 6. That's not too bad. Thank you, Tug. Normally you move at 5. And I have, like, 1 month before blockade starts. So I'm really cutting it close here. But it should be alright. All my supplies for this trip withdrawn. It's fine. I can float the bill. Man, where's all the Abyssal lights? There's been, like, no Abyssal lights. There's a way to speed up a little bit if there's... Oh, yeah, an Abyssal light. Perfect. If you interdict pulse them, you get a extra speed temporarily, which is real frickin' handy. If you can interdict pulse correctly, which I can't. Alright, so we're heading into Limbo. Automated mining station. Yeah, let's smoke them. And just me and a Paragon should be fine. So this is the Autopulse Paragon coming with me, so you can see the difference between the two. because I can't make tack lances, so I didn't want to roll out a bunch of tack lance paragons because I'd have to go shopping for it. Come on, tack lance, turn. There we go, and we're done. Okay, the big thing we were here for is the mothballed equipment cache. We did just get alloy production matrix, so given that, do I have the means to get another? I think for now, because I don't have the databanks, I am shutting down Dolio's research facility. And all of the loaded up research that are in it is going to get dumped into storage in Dolio. So it's not lost. Which means I have a free filling slot here, and I'm going to do extractive operations so that I can start extracting organics. Alright, this is why I wanted a big fleet. I'm going to actually sit here for a second so that I can recover my my combat readiness. And here comes the blockade. 20 days until departure, 85 days until arrival. Where it severely hurts accessibility. And cuts you off from the core worlds. I'm ready. That's a big ol' boy. Thanks to all the captains I have a lot of deployment points, so I have an extraordinarily powerful fleet coming in on this. Because unlike the other pre-domain ships, the Guardian here is a bit special in that it has shields and moves fast and stuff. But it's getting smoked by 3 Paragons, so I don't really care how strong you are. 3 Paragons attacking you makes everyone wince. Come on, I'm venting. You should want a piece of this. Really? You didn't attack me while I vented? Wuss. I'll just finish off all his allies. Come on, yeah, let's go. 3 Paragons gonna smoke you! Bye-bye! Have a nice life. Okay, out of that, we have the Wormhole anchor and the Wormhole scanner. So I'm gonna right-click the Wormhole scanner, integrating into the fleet. That was weird. I was doing debris. And then the anchor, I'm going to deploy here. So that I can ride the anchor to the other side. We also got a special project. So in research and development, there is a special project to build a Guardian. But I am not doing it right now because it's rather expensive in terms of material. So I'm not starting that project. But once you kill that Guardian, you do get that project. So now here we are at the other side of the wormhole anchor. And I'm heading over to the Ice Giant. Because there's a domain era gate hauler here. I've already done the gate hauler mission, so I'm not going to read it all. But basically, yada 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 yada, it's dormant. Yada yada yada. We're going to activate it with 1,000 transmutonics. I have 1,056. Wait for it to spin up. It comes alive. And then I tell it to go to Tarshish. And it will take 532 days to get to Tarshish. So in 532 days, I have the ability to set up a gate at my home world if I want. Then I am going to shut down this wormhole and retrieve the anchor. And then I'm going to go get the other half of the wormhole up at Limbo, which is here. And then with both halves of the wormhole anchors, I'll be able to set up one wormhole anchor at my homeworld and one wormhole anchor at Beta Vrigri and connect those two systems together so that I can hop between them easy peasy lemon squeezy and not have to find jump gates or anything like that. With that said, Beta Vrigri is just very, very close to Delta Vrigri, which has a gate, so it's not that inconvenient. The other thing I want to do is, knowing that I have a blockade coming, is set up one more Paragon, one more Aurora. And for the Paragon, I want 2 Grav, 2 Pulse, 4 Autopulse. So let's start doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4 Autopulse. I probably already have the Gravs, but I'm just going to make them in case. 2 Grav, 2 Pulse. Alright, what else does this Paragon have? 2 Burst PD lasers. 1, 2, 3 TAC lasers. Two Burst PD, 3 TACs. And then for the Aurora, it is 3 Ion, 2 Heavy Blasters, 1 Pulse Laser. One, two, three. One, two. 1. And what else does it have? It's got 2 Burst PD, 3 Burst PD. So 1, 2, 3. So that is everything I need for one more Paragon and one more Aurora, knowing that I have the blockade fleet coming to mess with me. And I ain't playing no games. I'm gonna murder them so good. So here's the other wormhole. Shut down and retrieve. And now I have both wormholes, and I can connect 2 systems together. So I'm gonna head back to Beta Vrigri and set up half of it, and then head over to my homeworld and set up the other half. And all the Abyss... There's more Abyss stuff down there to be found, but I grabbed all the important bits. The rest of it, be damned. There's more like lore and story. And if you're wondering for the Abyssal Lights, you can also sensor burst them for better sensors, but I'd rather just move fast because I don't really care what else is in here. Extractive Ops in Dolio is done, so let's upgrade that to mining. Oh, I don't need to go there. So the gate hauler is now in transit. It's in open space, and in 532 days it will arrive at Tarshish. The research facility at Tarin is done. I don't have any research loaded up, as you can see. There's one databank actually because it generated one, but there's no other databanks loaded up, so I can't do any research right now. There's no other, like... There's some other story things and some planets and some salvage, but there's nothing important. There's no like other unique items to be grabbed from the Abyssal. So you can explore it if you want. I don't want to spoil what else is there, but I'm not missing anything is the sort of the TLDR. Man, these storms are batting me around. You're already too far away, but could I have used the slipstream off the red star? No. The slipstreams require a high gravity pool, so neutron star, giants, trinary, binary, stuff like that. It says right in the description. Black holes, neutron stars, supergiant stars, giant stars, smaller stars, and stellar objects do not work. So if you don't have big gravity, it won't work. Which is why I didn't bother. Because what's in the abyss is like brown dwarfs, like Jupiter. They're not big gravity wells. So there is not a stable point here. I could add another stable point with an alpha core and some supplies. So what I'm going to do instead is the next best thing, which is to hook it up to an adjacent system. And I'll... no, I'm not going to do that. I will set up a stable point instead. Because it takes a while for the wormholes to spool up. So there's not much advantage to setting it up just so I have to set it up again. Wow, my monthly income is really good at Dolio. Thank you, mining. I'm not even fully mining yet. That's just like extractive operation. But Dolio is rolling in dough. In terms of the blockade, they are 33 days away. And I timed things pretty well. Because here I am, ready to fight it. With my wormhole anchors acquired. And my new ships. So that's one of the new ships. I wonder, I probably already have the weapons for this one. Yep. So another Aurora. And I probably honestly could get a 5th Aurora before too long. But because I am just about out of time, I will have to set up that next week. So adding in the priority is build one more Aurora and prepare for the blockade. Leaving on a hell of a cliffhanger. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.